Hello everyone and welcome to my Hip Hop Gossip For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Cardi B seems to answer claim that Offset got her with NFL player. Cardi B and Offset's parted has gotten unbelievably revolting as of late. To begin with, the Bongoza rapper took to Instagram Live to take steps to indict the previous Migos part. He then, at that point, terminated back by blaming her for laying down with another person while she was pregnant with their youngster. Obviously, his charge incited a lot of hypothesis about who her supposed sweetheart might have been. As per DJ Academics, nonetheless, he has some inside data. During a new stream, he claimed that Offset got Cardi B with an NFL player. He named no names, however depicted the secret person as a K9. aka even cases he's in his dream football crew, which could address his athletic capacities. With respect to Cardi, she apparently terminated back by diverting her internal Whitney Houston. She took to Twitter/X to share a clasp of Houston's well-known Diane Sawyer interview. However, do you be aware? Do you truly know, the songstress inquires. While it's not affirmed that this was a reaction to DJ Academics, it unquestionably recommends that she's let her fans know that he is clueless about what she's been doing. What fans can be sure of is that their relationship was on the rocks even before Cardi learned she was pregnant with her most youthful youngster. She imparted this to watchers on Instagram Live last month while letting them know how she figured out she'd have a third. Me and my child father, we were on exceptionally terrible conditions, she made sense of at that point. I actually called him and we sort of chuckled about it since it was like, what the F*** K? That S***T is so arbitrary. What is your take of DJ Academics blaming Cardi B for going behind Offset's back with an NFL player? What might be said about her apparently answering him with a clasp of Whitney Houston? Cardi B rejects that Offset split is a PR trick. Be genuinely about yourself. Cardi still up in the air to tell her fans that her separation with Offset is the genuine article, and has said that individuals figuring if not have to actually look at themselves. During a new live meeting via web-based entertainment, Cardi endeavored to close down tales that her separation was an exposure stunt, bits of hearsay that began flying a few days prior when it became realized that the alienated couple are presently remaining in a similar house. The AWAP spitter denied involving her separation with Offset for PR, saying that it would harm Offset's vocation, which would at last be awful for her, as well. Do you truly feel that my child father will be like, definitely, do that? I will forfeit my profession that worked for so hard, for your stuff, she inquired. No. Be truly about yourself. And furthermore, Cardi proceeded, I would truly prefer not to hurt my child father's vocation. I have a babysitter. The babysitter's $700 60 minutes. Count that up and perceive how much. What's more, that is for one child. My children's school is $45,000 per year. Also, I previously got 2 of them in the school. You think I pay that by itself? In no way, shape or form. I don't believe my child daddy should become bankrupt or nothing, because think about who help here? You can leave, yet you going to assist with these mutt-hucking kids. Cardi likewise brought up the twofold standard intrinsic in her being blamed for organizing a separation for exposure, while the swindling reports that hounded Offset all through their relationship were never addressed in like that. For what reason is it when I separate myself and my child father, it's an exposure stunt, however each and every time that the NGA was doing him and you all needed to toss it in front of me, it was anything but an exposure stunt. Each and every time that another bitch would come around or another talk would come around, you all be the initial ones giggling and choking. That wasn't an exposure stunt. Yet, when I leave, it is an exposure stunt. You all distraught that you can't toss a NGA's cheating in front of me any longer. That is the issue. Recently, Cardi additionally said that she wouldn't be accommodating with her ex after she petitioned for legal separation. Talking on X Spaces on Thursday, the Bronx sensation made sense of that she and the previous Migos rapper have separated for good this time and she has no plans of getting back with her alienated spouse. Notwithstanding her firm position, the mother of 3 recognized the unforgiving real factors of going through a separation, particularly when it includes kids. Gradually, everyone must head out in a different direction, he said. My children must become acclimated to, no, you won't return home each and every day and your father will be here. It's somewhat hard. I don't want to discuss it because I don't want to get profound, however it's somewhat hard. As a grown-up, you're going to become acclimated to a specific sort of way of life without being with someone, but at the same time it's somewhat difficult for your children to become acclimated to that. Your father won't be here with you consistently after school. Your father won't be getting you after school. Cardi B tends to reports that Offset separation is an exposure trick. Cardi B and Offset chose to head out in a different direction months prior, however hypothesis about the present status of their relationship proceeds. The two specialists just invited their third youngster together last month and got into a warm disagreement online soon after. Conning charges, lawful dangers, and more flew subsequently. Presently, they seem, by all accounts, to be back based on better conditions. They're even right now remaining in a similar home. This has brought up certain issues among fans, however they demand they're maintaining severe limits, and don't anticipate reuniting. Their living game plan isn't the main thing starting hypothesis nowadays, be that as it may. A few web-based entertainment clients have conjectured that Cardi and counterbalanced separation, and the show that is all's followed, is only for exposure. As indicated by Cardi, nonetheless, this couldn't possibly be more off base. During a new visit with devotees on Instagram Live, she tended to the bits of gossip, uncovering why they have neither rhyme nor reason. She made sense of that this would just damage Offset's standing, which she has zero desire to do. Besides, she says he wouldn't consent to faking a split for consideration. Cardi kept helping pundits pretty much all to remember the gossipy tidbits about Offset undermining her that have coursed previously. She takes note of how they were utilized against her, and how by then, no one idea they were an exposure stunt. In any case, when I leave, it's an exposure stunt, she pondered. Do you all truly imagine that my child father will be like, definitely, do that. I will forfeit my vocation that I worked for so hard. What is your take of Cardi B closing down tales that her separation with Offset is only an exposure stunt? Me and my child father, we were on exceptionally terrible conditions, she made sense of at that point. I actually called him and we sort of chuckled about it since it was like, what the F *** K? That S *** T is so arbitrary. What is your take of DJ Academics blaming Cardi B for going behind Offset's back with an NFL player? What might be said about her apparently answering him with a clasp of Whitney Houston? As a grown-up, you're going to become acclimated to a specific sort of way of life without being with someone, but at the same time it's somewhat difficult for your children to become acclimated to that. Your father won't be here with you consistently after school. Your father won't be getting you after school.